The noise is known as the Windsor hum, mysteriously heard on the Canadian side.
Yeah, man, have you ever delved into that whole vanished village of Anjikuni thing? Dude, it's wild. It's like the Bermuda Triangle of villages.
But it was a few days ago that some surfers on social media reported that they had noticed health issues with their throat and eyes after entering the water.
The mysterious history of Anjikuni Lake, a village vanishes. In the frozen wilderness of northern Canada, a strange event occurred in 1930. Joe LaBelle, a lone trapper, arrived at an Inuit village on the shores of Anjikuni Lake, only to find it deserted. The villagers had vanished, leaving behind their homes, food, clothing, and even their dogs. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police investigated but found no trace of the missing people.
An entire town of men, women, and children vanished in the harsh northern winter of 1930. Even the dead were missing from their graves. The Lake Anjikuni mystery has subsequently become one of Canada's most lasting unsolved mysteries.
The story of Anjikuni Lake has become a legendary mystery in Canadian history. But what really happened? The facts are shrouded in uncertainty, and the truth is still unknown. The story begins with Joe LaBelle's account of his discovery. He reported finding the village empty, with no signs of struggle or disturbance. The police investigation turned up nothing, and the case remains unsolved. But there are many inconsistencies in the story. LaBelle's description of the village and its inhabitants raises questions, and the presence of kayaks and sealskin garments in the landlocked village is suspicious. The police found no evidence of a large population, and the area is too remote to support a village of that size.
The title of the newspaper was Village of the Dead. This news caused a wave of fear in the whole of Canada, because in North Canada, an entire tribe had disappeared without a trace, night and day.
The earliest recorded account of the event was published in 1930 by Emmett E. Keller in the Halifax Herald. However, the article's authenticity is questionable, and the photograph accompanying it was later revealed to be a generic image from the RCMP archives. The story lay dormant for 28 years until Frank Edwards' book, Stranger Than Science, revived it in 1959. Edwards' version of events added more details, but his sources are unknown. The story then disappeared again until 1976, when Dwight Whalen's article in FAT magazine brought it back to life. However, Whalen's investigation revealed that the RCMP had no record of the event, and the story was likely fabricated. Despite this, the legend of Anjikuni Lake continued to grow, with UFO writers adding their own twists and exaggerations.
If one villager suddenly vanished into thin air, you might consider it to be a bit careless, but when the entire population of a village disappears overnight without explanation, it begins to sound a little bit suspicious. Yet legend has it that this is exactly what happened to the Inuit population of the village of Anjikuni in Canada in 1930. It's a story that has taken...
Today, the truth behind the mysterious village remains a mystery. Was it a hoax, a misinterpretation, or something more sinister? The facts are still shrouded in uncertainty, leaving us to wonder what really happened at Anjikuni Lake.
Yeah, man, have you ever delved into that whole vanished village of Anjikuni thing? Dude, it's wild. It's like the Bermuda Triangle of villages.
Uncovering the secrets of the Valley of Death. In Russia's Far East, a mysterious valley is hidden in the icy wilderness. The Kamchatka Peninsula, famous for its volcanoes, has a dangerous secret. Animals enter the valley, but never leave. In this deadly place, many creatures, big and small, die. Even animals that eat other animals, like wolverines, get killed by the valley's strange power. The dead bodies, frozen in the snow, showed no signs of injury or sickness.
But it was a few days ago that some surfers on social media reported that they had noticed health issues with their throat and eyes after entering the water. Many people reporting that they had nausea, weakness, and a high temperature.
The killer is invisible, leaving behind only a faint trace of a common gas. This is the Valley of Death, a place of mystery and fear. Few people have dared to explore it, and even fewer have returned to tell the story. In 1975, a scientist named Vladimir Leonov discovered the valley's dark secret. He was a volcanologist, studying the unique geological features of the peninsula. But what he found was beyond anything he could have imagined. Leonov's discovery led to a series of events, with scientists and military personnel visiting the valley. Many people believe that strange experiments were conducted there, but the truth remains a secret. Some say that the military was searching for a new weapon, one that could harness the valley's deadly power. Others claim that scientists were trying to uncover the secrets of the valley's unique ecosystem. When you enter the valley, the silence is eerie. The only sound is the soft hiss of volcanic gas, a reminder of the valley's deadly power. Animals roam freely, unaware of the danger, attracted by the lush vegetation. But their fate is sealed. They will die in the valley's toxic embrace.
Local residents had been uploading images to Instagram of dead animals that they had found up and down the shores. The likes of octopus, squid, sea urchins, and even mammals in some cases were found up and down the shores of the Kamchatka Peninsula.
The Valley of Death remains a mystery, a place where science and horror meet. Those who venture in must face the dark forces that dwell within. Will you be the next to uncover its secrets, or will you fall victim to its deadly charm? The choice is yours, but beware. Death lurks around every corner. As you explore the valley, you can't help but feel a sense of unease. The air is thick with an otherworldly presence, and the ground seems to tremble beneath your feet. You know that you are not alone, that unblinking eyes are watching you from the shadows. And then there is the gas, a colorless, odorless killer that strikes without warning. Despite the danger, you are drawn deeper into the valley, driven by a morbid curiosity. What secrets lie hidden in this deadly place? What terrors await those who dare to enter? The Valley of Death is a place of dark wonder, a place where the unknown and the unknowable lurk, and you are about to become its next victim. The Doomed Expedition, a mysterious journey into the Arctic. In 1900, Baron Eduard von Toll led a Russian team on an expedition to explore the Arctic Ocean and find Sannikov Land. They sailed into dangerous ice fields and uncharted waters, facing many challenges along the way. Despite their determination and some important discoveries, their journey ended in tragedy. Toll and 3 team members went on a dangerous journey to Bennett Island, leaving behind a note that said they believed in their luck. But they never returned, and their fate remains a mystery to this day. The team's notes and records didn't reveal much about what happened to them. They vanished into the Arctic wilderness, leaving behind only traces of their presence. The final days of the expedition are still a mystery, and their story serves as a reminder of the risks of exploring the unknown. Here's a summary of the text in 2 sentences. Baron Eduard von Toll led a Russian team on a doomed expedition to explore the Arctic Ocean and find Sannikov Land in 1900. The team faced many dangers and challenges, and their fate remains a mystery to this day, serving as a reminder of the risks of exploring the unknown. Mysterious pinging noise baffles Canadians. A strange noise called pinging has been heard in the cold waters of Nunavut, Canada's northernmost territory. The noise has been heard for several months in the remote Fury and Hecla Strait. Despite efforts to find out where it's coming from, the source of the noise remains a mystery. The Canadian Department of National Defence investigated the noise and sent a military plane to search the area. However, they didn't find anything unusual. They thought it might be coming from submarines, but that wasn't the case. Locals in the small Arctic community of Igloolik say the pinging noise is scaring away wildlife, which is essential for their food and livelihood.
The Canadian military is investigating a strange beeping sound coming from the floor of the Arctic Sea. The area is a major hunting spot in the summer and winter months, and the sound apparently even has the animals spooked. So spooked, reports say there were hardly any there.
The mysterious noise has even been discussed in the Nunavut legislature, with member George Kulad expressing concerns about its impact on the environment. The area where the noise has been heard is a popular migration route for bowhead whales, bearded seals, and ringed seals. However, hunters haven't seen any wildlife in the area this summer. There would be many in that area, Kulad said, but this summer, there were none. Locals have different theories about the source of the noise, but none have been proven. Some blame a nearby mining company, while others suspect environmental activists. However, both the mining company and Greenpeace deny any involvement.
The Department of National Defense says submarines were unlikely to be the cause, but have not been ruled out. Some blame Baffin Land Iron Mines Corporation, which has conducted sonar surveys in the area, but the company says it currently has no equipment in the water. Others went so far as to say Greenpeace is causing the noise to scare away the wildlife from the highly hunted area. The environmental group has denied the claims.
This isn't the first mysterious noise in Canada. For years, residents of Windsor, Ontario, have been bothered by a low rumbling noise called the Windsor hum.
A persistent noise, sometimes compared to an idling truck or the distant rumbling of thunder, is plaguing many who live across the Detroit River.
The noise is known as the Windsor hum, mysteriously heard on the Canadian side, but very few, if any, complaints on the Detroit side of the river.
Despite research, the source of that noise remains unknown. The pinging noise in Nunavut remains a mystery, and its impact on the environment and wildlife is a growing concern.
It's an unsolved mystery, keeping this neighborhood awake at night.
Sounds like 50 trucks starting up when it's very loud.
What is it? There are a lot of theories.
Spaceships from outer space to American military installations.
As the investigation ends, one thing is certain: the Fury and Hecla Strait will keep its secrets for now. The Franklin Expedition, a doomed journey to the Northwest Passage. The Franklin Expedition, led by Sir John Franklin in 1845, aimed to find the Northwest Passage, but ended in tragedy. All 129 crew members died, and the ships were lost for nearly 170 years. The British Navy searched extensively, and Inuit stories eventually helped find the wrecks in 2014 and 2016. The expedition's story is a testament to human spirit and exploration, despite its tragic fate. In 1845, Sir John Franklin led an expedition to find the Northwest Passage, a dangerous water route through Canada. The trip ended in tragedy, and all 129 crew members died. The British Navy searched for many years, but couldn't find the lost ships, the HMS Erebus and HMS Terror. The expedition seemed promising, but the crew disappeared without a trace. People developed different theories, but the truth remained unknown. The expedition's fate was mysterious, with signs of starvation, scurvy, and lead poisoning. Inuit stories and explorers' findings eventually helped find the wrecks in 2014 and 2016. The discovery shed new light on the expedition's history and showed the importance of Inuit stories. The Franklin Expedition story is a reminder of the importance of perseverance, courage, and respect for nature. Despite its tragic fate, the expedition's story continues to inspire explorers, scientists, and historians.